Wake up!
I love the chant. Wake up, Willie. And the verdict?
6 more weeks of winter!
Wah, wah. Thanks for that, Wyatt Willie. Yeah, but we don't have to put too much confidence in that. These groundhogs, they're only right 37% of the time. But you can have confidence in our forecast. It's going to be getting colder. We have another storm system on the way. -12. It's going to be feeling that way for the city of Toronto tonight. Temperature is certainly getting colder. And here's your next storm system I want to tell you about. It's a Texas low. It's originating in Texas, moving into southern Ontario late day Tuesday after the dinner hour. Still in our area on your Wednesday and then pushing out with a fair amount of snow in the forecast, and it's also going to be windy, so snow and blowing snow is going to be a problem with this one. 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. That's what some of our models are suggesting at this point. It's a little far out to nail down exact snowfall amounts, but if this storm track shifts just a little bit, have a look. We could be getting into 15 to even 30 centimeters of snow. So we really do want you to keep tuning us in as we get a little bit closer to that. But right now, let's talk about the top 5 windiest cities. Yet again, with overnight lows in the minus mid-teens, perhaps not quite as intense as polar vortex cold, but Arctic cold nonetheless. Kasia Bodurka with you here with this good news weather story, really. With this map, we're showing you that the temperatures, they are getting colder, like I just mentioned. So we've got more northerly winds, northwesterlies. That's ushering in through the overnight. The purples. Purples meaning temperatures colder than -15, or at least feeling colder than that. And then high pressure slides into place. So the good news with that is that it's relatively settled. The temperatures that you're up against on Monday morning, it will be feeling like -16 for you in the city of Toronto. And an interesting point I wanted to mention, we hit -18 or colder 10 times this year already. Last year, only once. The year before, none, not once. Okay, to Barrie now, where we have a fresh snowpack, a ton of snow to snow blow, and I can't help but wonder, is this guy, doing it in true Canadian spirit for his neighbor, or is it his own backyard regardless? That's a good amount of snow. We picked up a fair amount yesterday as forecast, and here's our next low that we're keeping a close eye on. Texas low moving in Tuesday late day, likely after the commute home, but it will still be impacting us for your Wednesday morning commute. In any case, it is a snowfall story, and we could be seeing a lot of it. It's going to be blowing around, drifting with very strong winds as well. 5 to 15 centimeters of snow likely there. And if the storm track shifts, more than that. We mentioned the volcano. Have a look at this story.
Trip your way.
Regardless of what the groundhog said, I think you'd agree with me. These kind of conditions are very favorable, and I personally want to get away. Beautiful, sunny conditions, high pressure dominating right across the Caribbean. Puerto Vallarta, 31 degrees tomorrow. Sun and clouds in places like Punta Cana, and then other places in the Caribbean look like this. Let's all go to Montego Bay, 29 degrees and sunshine. Enjoy your travels. Pretty much from coast to coast, we're going to be seeing a cool down in temperatures, an Arctic outflow. And because of that, I'm pretty sure a lot of us had a lot of faith in these guys, in the groundhogs. Happy Groundhog Day to you, by the way. And I want to take your attention to this really cute website. It's a Canadian-made website, groundhogdayroundup.ca. And if you just tap onto the groundhogs, so Shubenacadie Sam, see that? Oh, he waves. That means he was confident. He's happy, and that means early spring. Balzac Billy in Alberta, he too waves confidently. But what happened with Wyatt and Willie? We're bringing in the Murph Hawk himself. Hashtag so cleanly shaven suddenly.
Yes.
Tell us about your day. You were in Wharton.
What a day. What a festival. 3,000 people there for sure. So Wyatt and Willie at 8:07 under pretty much an overcast sky saw his shadow.
Oh.
So according to the Lord, that means 6 more weeks of winter.
Yep.
Well, a half hour later, because according to what I was saying, is that if I don't see my shadow, early shave. And if I do see it, 6 more weeks of the beard. But how
would your wife feel about that, by the way?
I think she's happy that it's shaved, but she could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this much.
So a lot of us ladies do wonder, does the beard keep you warmer? It does.
If you can grow a full beard, then I'm saying, Go for it, because
That's
it'll keep your face a little longer.
hilarious. Oh, here's a look at something you had tweeted earlier,
Yes.
and these are your three musketeers.
Yeah,
as
there's
you
the
were calling them.
Wyerton Willie, there's Shubenacadie Sam, and I was starting
you.
to look and even act like a rodent.
No,
of a
no
groundhog.
resemblance. Well, now you're nice and cleanly shaven. I want to take you back to that website very quickly, though, because I just wanted to show you how cute it is when they are afraid of their own shadow. They disappear back into their little burrow,
Oh.
back into the den. Same with Staten Island Chuck in the States. Same with Puxatawny Phil, I should say. And maybe back up to Wyerton Willie here. We'll show you what he does. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep, there it was.
There it was. What a day it was, and congratulations on the shave.
Well, I'll tell you something, though. When you look into Willie's big brown eyes, you can't help but fall in love, even with the forecast of 6 more weeks of winter.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much. Words of wisdom, especially as it's getting colder. Right now, it's a big day for the groundhogs across North America. Pressure's on, and it seems as though they're torn with their verdict, regardless of what the rodents say. Winter isn't over yet. You know, they're only right 37% of the time, so you can trust our forecast. What we're watching now is a Texas low. This is our next big weather story for Southern Ontario. Moving in late day Tuesday, likely after the dinner hour, still impacting us on our ride into work on Wednesday. It could be a messy one. We're talking about copious amounts of snow, a little different from the last storm system because it's going to be much windier. So snow, blowing snow, drifting snow will be a problem. 5 to 15 centimeters likely, but if the storm track shifts just a little bit, we could be in that 15 to 30 centimeter range. All right, we are up against very cold temperatures tomorrow morning, feeling like minus 16, and that makes me wish for an early spring. What about you, Mike?
Well, I hope so too, Kasia. I have the results right here in case some of you at home were hibernating.
Based on this map or this graphic, we can all make our decision. Where do we want to go? Have you booked your trip yet? I have. Okay, so have a look at Dominican Republic. 29 degrees right across the board, really, throughout many communities there. Punta Cana, Puerto Plata, Cancun, Mexico. Sunny conditions in 29. And I want to take you now to Jamaica, Montego Bay, 29 degrees as well, and sunny skies. Happy travels.
Closed cap.
It was the Super Bowl of active weather, really. Yesterday's storm, we got a good amount of snow just as forecast in southern Ontario, northern Ontario as well, Quebec, and now Atlantic Canada. Kasia Bodurka with you here. Hi, GTA. We've got Mike Arsenault joining us in just one moment, but have a look at the snowfall amounts that we had accumulated. Anywhere between 10, 11, 15 centimeters of snow in the nation's capital, 18 centimeters, and in Toronto, like I mentioned, around 11. All right, now it's time to throw it over to Mike Arsenault with your Super Bowl forecast. Mike.
That's right, Kasia. Well, Mother Nature might be a football fan because we're not looking at much active weather across the country and not much active weather in terms of the game as well. But just pull up what we're expecting for this evening for the game. Of course, kickoff will be around 6:30 p.m. So we're looking at temperatures right around that 6-degree mark through the evening, dipping down to 1 degree. So fighting with that freezing mark as we get towards the end of the game with a chance of some mixing. But you know what? I'm a Broncos fan. Temperatures staying above that 0 mark. That's good news for Peyton Manning. He's actually only 4-7 when the temperature at game time is below the freezing mark. So let's go Broncos. Kasia, back to you. I'm going to have to go ice my arm, I think. This is starting to hurt my elbow.
I don't know about you. Do you think he's showing off his throw there, his arm?
I just hit something.
Good one, Mike. Good. Okay. Let's talk about the cold temperatures coming to southern Ontario now, where you're seeing the deeper blues, well below 0, and into this evening it'll be feeling like the minus mid-teens for many of us in southern Ontario. Tomorrow, -6, that's your daytime high, so a little bit colder than today was, and it just continues to be a little bit below seasonally cold. High pressure in place, though. That means calm skies, sunny conditions for tomorrow and the next day until our next big system moves in. Now, I want to show you this. What does the classic winter mean in the city of Toronto? Normally, we don't see temperatures dip down below -18. But this year, it's dipped down that cold more than 10 times, or 10 times already. Last year, only once. All right, here's our Texas low. We'll talk about that coming up. From a distance, they're majestic, but up close, they can be deadly. Coming up, we'll have the latest on the deadly eruptions from Indonesia's Sinabung volcano.